My wife passed away, and my mother told me to remarry immediately. It broke our relationship. Losing my wife was the most devastating moment of my life. One day we were planning our future together, raising our two little kids, building our dream home, and the next she was gone. Just like that. A car accident. A single moment that shattered everything. I barely had time to grieve before my mother sat me down and told me, "You need to remarry as soon as possible. The kids need a mother." Her words hit me like a punch to the gut. I was still waking up in the middle of the night, expecting to feel my wife next to me. I was still struggling to breathe without breaking down. And yet, here was my mother telling me to move on, as if my wife was replaceable. A painful déjà vu. What made it worse was that I had seen this before. My father died when I was a child, and my mother remarried within a year. At the time, I was too young to understand, but I remember feeling abandoned. Like my father had been erased, like my mother had simply filled the void with someone new. Growing up, I resented her for it. I told myself I'd never do what she did. And now, here I was, standing in her shoes, but refusing to take the same path. I told her I wasn't ready, that I didn't want to bring another woman into my children's lives so soon, that my wife deserved to be mourned, not replaced. But my mother didn't see it that way. "You think your children will be better off with a father who is drowning in grief. They need stability, love, and a mother figure. It's not about you, it's about them." Her words stung because part of me knew she wasn't entirely wrong. My kids needed love. They needed someone who could take care of them in ways I wasn't sure I could. But I couldn't force myself to love someone else just because it was the right thing to do. A rift in our family. Our conversations turned into arguments. Every visit became unbearable. My mother would bring up potential women she thought I should meet, and I would shut her down. When I refused to attend a dinner where she had invited a nice young widow for me to meet, she accused me of being selfish. "You're holding on to the past. You think I didn't love your father. I did. But life moves forward, and you need to do the same." I told her she had no right to decide when and how I should move on, that she might have made peace with losing my father quickly, but I wasn't her. That night, she left my house in tears, and I haven't spoken to her since. Am I wrong? I still don't know if I did the right thing. I understand now that my mother wasn't trying to be cruel. She truly believed she was helping me. Maybe she was. Maybe one day I'll be ready to love again. But not today. Not while my wife's toothbrush is still in the bathroom. Not while my kids still ask when mommy is coming home. Not while I can still hear her laugh in the empty spaces of our home. Maybe one day I'll understand my mother better. Maybe one day I'll forgive her. But not today.